Alright guys, this is like a confession video, so the thumbnail on the video is not clickbait. Before I get started, I don't condone you taking any performance enhancement drugs. Yeah, so I wrote down some notes that I wanted to take before I get into it. To prove it, here's the bottle right here. Yes, MK677. Let's get into it. Alright, so before I get into it, sorry, my apartment's a little messy. I didn't really wanted to keep it real with you guys, so if you don't know what MK is, I'm going to tell you real quick. I do have some notes I'm going to be reading off so I don't get anything confused or mixed up. So, what is MK? It is a small particle that stimulates the production of human growth hormone, which basically means it tricks your brain to produce more growth hormone. That's basically what it does. It's good for cutting and bulking. The reason I did it was for bulking, and I'll get into it later, but it really didn't help. But I was taking a small dose. I was taking 20 milliliters. I wanted to start with why did I take it? Well, to answer that, I have been working out for 4 to 5 years, consistently, probably 8 years on and off, and I honestly wasn't seeing any growth that was making me happy, and I wasn't happy how I looked, and I always knew that I wanted to take MK, but I wanted to max out my potential, which is where I went wrong, because I don't think I'm maxed out at all. I just need to really dial in and get my diet straight and work out a lot harder than what I have been doing. So, short answer, I wanted to see if it would help. For bulking, you usually take it in the morning, so you get hungry, and for cutting, you take it at night, so that side effect doesn't kick in and you don't eat a bunch of junk food, which is another major problem. I was pricking my finger every week just to test my blood and make sure I wasn't going into a pre-diabetic stage, which can happen if you take it for a long amount of time, usually 6 months, and you eat really unhealthy and a lot of carbs. So I was on it for 5 months, and I was eating like shit, to be honest. Wasn't really focused or dialed in. But yeah, let's move on. So let's talk about the side effects and what I experienced during MK and part of the reason why I got off. Some side effects is hungry, anxiety, depression, high blood levels, if that makes sense. When it comes to that scientific, like doctor stuff, it's hard for me to understand it, but I understand it in my way and not some scientific way, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I'm just yapping right now, but side effects I experienced was I was sick all the time. I'm sick now. I just hopped off of it on Monday. And I'm talking about I'm saying I hopped off like a steroid. It's not considered a steroid. It's considered kind of like a sister to SARMs. So it's not a big deal. I just wanted to really confess and come clean to what I've been doing. But before I get into another side effect, I want to show you before I started taking MK and after. It was really hard for me to tell any difference because I see myself every day, so I can't see what other people see. But another one was it made me feel like I was out of touch with reality. And going in to taking MK, I knew it can cause anxiety and depression, which I already have, so I was like, it can't make it worse. But it did. It made me more anxious and sick to my stomach a lot. It made me throw up a lot. I've had days where I had to call out of work because I'm throwing up all day. And I think it's because of MK, and I wanted to test that theory. Sorry if you can hear the dog in the background, but yeah, I was just tired of getting sick. and I wanted to hop off MK and see if that's the reason why or it's something else. and if it's something else, then I gotta figure that out. But yeah, those are the side effects I really struggled with. I really didn't see any hungriness happen, or I guess, I mean, it did make me eat a lot, but that was just because I'm kind of bored in this apartment, and like I'm with no one, so I have nothing else to do. So I eat, play video games, and work out and go to work. That's all I do. Let's talk about if it helped. Did it help me? So I took a low dose, which honestly, if I were to do it again, I would up the dose. Even though I just talked about how it increased my anxiety and made me feel sick, but I would up the dose and really dial in my diet. I think that would really help MK take full effect of me, just like anyone else. So yes and no, it did help. I didn't put up any new PRs. I hit 235, which is actually an old PR of mine, but I recently just put it up again. But I was in a plateau for about 2 months after I hit 235. So yeah. Did taking this make me want to do other harder steroids? Yes and no. I can't tell you what the future is of how I'm going to be working out in 3-4 years. If I'm really stuck in a plateau and I can't get out of it and I'm not seeing anything, I'm not at my full potential, I may consider it, but I do want to be older, because it can really mess you up. And I don't know if this is true or not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know if you hop on test, you're kind of stuck on it for the rest of your life, and I really don't want to be stuck with that forever. And I don't want to mess up my testosterone already. That I don't want to mess it up at all. So I don't know, I might have low test, or I don't know, I need to get my blood drawn to see if I have low test or not, because I might be having some side effects to that, and it's kind of scary. So taking tests will improve it, but I don't want to, just in case something is wrong with me, and that's why I've been getting sick and not really been exploding in the gym lately. Let me check my notes to see what else. Alright, so should you take it? Should you, as the watcher, take it? At the end of the day, it's your life story, so I can't tell you yes or no, but I don't recommend it. I mean, unless you are really dialed and you have your training down, you have your diet down, I don't recommend it if you don't have any of that down, because you're just going to do what I did and take it for 5 months, not see any results, and just feel sick all the time. I'm sick right now, as you can tell, my voice, but yeah, so I can't tell you what to do. You're going to do it. You're going to do you at the end of the day, just like anything. I can't tell you to go out and do something, and then if you don't want to, you don't have to, and if you want to, you can. You can do anything you want, basically. It's your life. You draw it up. You make it, and wherever you end up is because of your life choices. And I do recommend you really think about that seriously. I really want to, this new year, really want to maximize my potential in YouTube and working out, and I really do feel like I can be on top one day. Is this going to take a couple years? I'm not saying I'm going to be overnight success, but I really am really dreaming about, this is my dream. I would love to be a fitness influencer, have kids look up to me and be like, I want to be like you when I grow up. That's all I want to do. I have a bunch of little cousins, and they all look up to me, and that makes me feel really good, so I want to set a really good example. Yeah, I mean, so that's basically everything that I wanted to confess to you guys about taking MK and how it impacted me, and if you guys should take it or not. Again, I can't really control what you do. I wouldn't suggest it only because it made me feel like shit, but hey, it might have the opposite effect on you and make you get big and strong. but who knows? Make smart choices, and I try to be role models for you guys. Don't mind the TV. I'm watching some YouTube. I do want to be role models to you guys, especially the younger ones that don't really know what to do in their life, because I'm in that same boat. I don't know what to do in my life. I'm an electrician in the union, for God's sake. I really don't want to be, but right now it's the only option I have. I didn't go to college, so I have YouTube and the union. But yeah, I post. If you want to keep up with my updates, I'm gonna be 100% real with you guys from now on. I'm not taking MK anymore for probably a couple months. I might hop back on, but you never know. I don't think I will, because it is expensive. It's like $80 a bottle. So yeah, if you want to follow along, and if I do start taking MK again, I will tell you guys. But if I didn't already, I'll put before and after pictures in this video right now, so you guys can see what I look like before I hopped on and after I hopped off. But I love you guys, thank you guys, and post Tuesdays and Fridays, and peace out guys. Enjoy your weekend.